Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. It's Brandon with Campbell Fitness, and this is my first official vlog, or vlog. Even though I just put up a video earlier today that said that was my first official vlog, a lot of you guys were kind enough to point out that was actually not a vlog because I wasn't personal enough in it, so I decided to go ahead and make a response. See? That's the nice thing about these videos. I can do quick and easy responses, not really have to worry too much about setting things up as far as lighting or angles or being in focus or not, because with this camera you really don't have that many options. I apologize about the lack of audio a little bit on it, but it's a GoPro Hero. I don't really have too many options. This is a loaner for me. I didn't pay anything for it, so I know some of you will probably give me some suggestions on cameras and stuff like that. This is just something I'm testing out for now. I mean, I always have my Flip Ultra I can use as well, so that might be something in the future. But I took some of your comments to heart, obviously, as I'm driving again. I'm trying to be more personal this time with you guys. I'm not your little, necessarily, puppet where you can just tell me what to do each video and I'm going to do it, but this is something that's easy enough for me to do. I don't mind. It's quick, it's simple, it's easy. It gives me a chance to actually talk to you guys, give you some kind of content, even though it's not necessarily on par with bodybuilding or fitness. So these are going to be easy to do. So you guys mentioned, you need to be driving, or why are you just sitting in your car? It turns out that I was just at the place where I had to go, and I just figured, hey, why don't I just make a video? So I'm not going to just start driving in circles just to make a video. I was where I was at, so I went ahead and did it. Although now I am driving, although right now you can't really tell that because I am parked at a red light here, trying to get on a bridge to go over to go home. But I figured I'd go ahead and make a video response because, again, it's something that's easy to do. So I figured I'd go ahead and do it. So as far as that goes, I appreciate the comments you guys have given me. The video I put up earlier today has gotten a lot of feedback already. It's gotten a lot of thumbs up. I'm not typically the type of person to ask for that, ask for likes, ask for subs. If you guys like the video, I know you'll do it. If you want to subscribe to me, if you're not already, you'll do it. So I don't really feel the need to kind of go ahead and hammer that in on you guys. Although I will admit I do like Chris Jones saying, like my shit. And I do like all the other YouTubers who do it, because I always do it. Sometimes I honestly forget. Any video I watch, I try to hit the thumbs up on, but oftentimes I do forget, so I do need the reinforcement in some cases. I have a very short attention span. Again, probably one of the reasons why I keep my videos so short to the point, only because for me personally, if I talk for 10 minutes, which I do in some cases in some videos, and you know what, this video might go 10 minutes, who knows, I tune out real quick. And I had that problem in school all the time too. When I was first in high school, we had 7 periods a day, and each class was like an hour long. And then my junior or senior year, we switched to block scheduling. So I only had like 3 or 4 classes a day, but those classes were longer, like 2-hour blocks or whatever. And it sucks for me because, again, I'm the type of person that after a certain amount of time, I just shut off. I need some kind of other stimulation, if you will. And for everyone out there that right now is thinking bad things in your thoughts, don't do it, or you can, I don't care, do whatever you want to do. But for me, like in class, 45 minutes was tops. After that, my attention span shut off. And in college, what got me in trouble initially is I thought it'd be a great idea to take some of these night class courses, have a class where you only have it one time per week and you have to go for like 3 or 4 hours. The problem is in theory for me, that sounded great. Oh, hey, this class I only have to go to once a week. The bad part was they'd give us a break after an hour and I'd go back to my dorm and never go back to the class for the last 3/4 of it. So I ended up missing out on a lot of stuff. So I learned my lesson with that, but that's the reason I try to keep these short, simple, to the point, only to make them not only easier on me, but easier on you. And when I said that last time in one of my videos, I said, I understand a lot of you guys have short attention spans. Some of you guys took offense to it, which if it came off that way, I'm sorry. That's obviously not what I'm trying to do. I make these videos for you guys, to help you guys and girls out there, to give you information, help you kind of learn where I made mistakes. So my goal isn't to insult you. I'm not going to just do a video and say, hey, welcome to my channel, fuck you. Probably just isn't good for business that way. But the reason I said it is because with YouTube, for those of you that don't make videos or aren't partnered up, especially now that YouTube's been changing a lot of the ways that they do things and how they view videos, it's really based off of how long people are engaged in your video. So they measure exactly how much time someone spends watching your videos, and that's one of the things that they're switching to lately on how they really determine which search results to pull up when you search for certain things. So when you do a search for stuff these days, instead of just showing you the most viewed video with the most views on it, it's going to start showing you the videos that have the longest engagement as far as percentage-wise, so from start to end. That way people who try to upload thumbnails of girls in bikinis and you click on it and it's, you know, someone sitting on a toilet singing a song, it doesn't necessarily send people to those results, because most people will click on something because they think they're getting one thing, they see the other, and then they immediately get out of the video. YouTube's going to start paying off people who actually, you know, put out good quality videos that have people engaged throughout the whole entire video. And this is really cool from the standpoint, whereas even those people out there who feel like they can't really get started because they don't have a lot of views, they don't have a lot of subscribers, it's going to help them specifically, because as long as they do have good subscribers that, you know, watch their stuff from start to finish, that it's going to really promote their videos when other people search for it and hopefully give them more exposure. So getting back around to my main point, I wasn't trying to offend anybody at the time. It's just I can see exactly how long people are engaged in my videos, and for the most part, the videos of mine that get the most views are under 5 minutes. The ones that were longer than 5 minutes, despite, in my opinion, the content being very good, just people didn't really watch it. And I can still relate back to my old channel and see that. One of my favorite videos out there, I think, is around 15 minutes, and it probably only has like 2,000 to 3,000 views on it, despite the fact that it's been on that channel for well over a year. Whereas I put out a video on how to cut a t-shirt for the gym, which maybe is a 2 or 3 minute video, which I'll probably be re-uploading on this channel, by the way. Shameless plug there. But I put up that video, and that video has like 70,000 views. And it's literally, you take a pair of scissors, you cut the sleeves off to the point where you don't look like an asshole, and that's it. That's the whole entire video. Boom, 70,000 views. And I'm sure you guys can attest to this too, because if you watch any of those videos on YouTube that are like trending, there's so many videos out there that's like a cat. A cat sticks his head in the box and it can't get out of the box. Boom, 2 million views. You want money on YouTube? Get a cat, get a box, you're making money. So I do take all this stuff into account. Same thing goes true with, like, I make a lot of creatine videos, and I know it sounds kind of redundant because how many videos on creatine can you make? And a lot of you guys make jokes on like, hey, why don't you just do a creatine video on this? But in reality, despite the fact that I say it so often in so many videos, and I guess the same thing can be true with anything dealing with carbohydrates or, you know, nutrient timing. It's funny because those videos get so many views, and I don't know why, but it's just like, oh, creatine, I gotta watch this. Whereas I try to put up information that maybe someone's never done a video on. Like on my last channel, I did a video on an ingredient or a supplement called ectosterone, which is another term you might have heard as bug juice, but chances are you probably never have heard of it. And that's because it's something that's not necessarily really popular, but it's in a lot of these test boosting formulas. And I did a video on it because, first of all, someone asked for a video on it, but it's a relevant subject because testosterone boosting is something that sometimes we think about, obviously. Not to mention it's a video that's no one done, it's a unique video, and no one watched the video because it just wasn't something that people are interested in. So I take, again, all this stuff into consideration, you know, what's trending at the time. So you'll see, like, intermittent fasting videos. Yeah, everyone's done a video on it, but the reason everyone's done a video on it is because it's a very popular subject, and it's a subject that I know is going to get views, and I know is going to get comments, and that's really what it's about as far as interacting with you guys. So I try to mix it up. I do videos that I want to do, I do videos that you want to do. I'm just thinking right now in this fisheye lens, you guys are looking at a lot of arms here. I should probably just start working out arms more to make these videos look better. But regardless, I do all sorts of videos. I know obviously I take suggestions from you guys. Just certain topics at certain times I just don't feel are relevant, or something that, although for you it might be a really interesting topic, and I'm sure it is, and I'm going to try to get to all those things. For me, it might just not be something I'm that interested in doing, or I don't think I can put out a really quality video on it because I've either done a video on it already, or it can honestly just be answered in one brief sentence. If it's a topic that takes more consideration, you know, more thought, more planning, then that's what I really look forward to doing, because, you know, with a lot of this stuff, obviously I know a lot of information as is. In some cases, though, certain videos require more research on my part, or further delving into based off responses that I get from you guys saying, you know, what about this aspect of it, or have you read this latest piece of research? So it's a learning process for me in some cases too, and that's really what I enjoy. I don't like doing videos where it's not necessarily beneficial to anybody. So even though I cover some basic stuff, I'm going to cover some complex stuff as well. It's just really whatever I feel is most relevant at the time. So that's what you get for videos. And speaking of videos, and this one right now, it's kind of all over the place. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't really want to do these vlogs to begin with, because it's no real set structure. And I'm a big fan of structure. I'm what some people might call a little bit anal. So if you ever see like my room or my house, I'm real big on keeping everything clean and tidy. At my desk at work, I need to make sure everything's in the right spot. If it's thrown off a little bit, get a little bit annoyed. So I like structure in these videos because it makes everything a lot easier for me to do. But I'm going to try to break the mold a little bit and just kind of shoot from the hip on these. So I know this one wasn't very personal. You guys might still not consider this a vlog. That's okay. I will get into that. I'll talk more about me, where I come from, where I live, how I got into training, other things going on in my life as far as what interests me. I can guarantee I'll probably never talk about Honey Boo Boo on this channel. I do watch a lot of TV. A lot of it's probably pretty bad, but entertainment is something that's always just been a great interest of mine. I'm really good at bad movie trivia and TV stuff like that. For some reason, I can remember that stuff. You know, I see something once or I read something once about anything to deal with entertainment, movies, TV, music, and it's pretty good at sticking in my mind. At the same time, I can't apply that to anything actually useful or beneficial. You know, in school and stuff like that, I always did fine in school without having to put much effort in. But I don't know, it's just, if it doesn't interest me, it's hard for me to kind of retain it, and I'm sure you guys can relate. So we're going to end this video on that note. Again, hopefully you guys like these. I'm not going to rely on doing these videos all too often. Maybe in the interim while I get out, you know, some of these other re-uploads on my channel. And again, I really stress you guys, if you see a video from me, and if I look different or sound different, or I say certain things that don't seem right or up to date, really just look in the description box. I'm always going to put at the very bottom if it's a re-upload. I'll say the original upload date was this. And again, I'm going to do that until I transfer the majority of my videos over to my channel that I feel are still beneficial. So I'll do that shirt one I mentioned earlier. So if you guys are wondering how to cut a shirt, don't worry, I got you covered. But it might just take you a couple of days to find out until I upload it. But I'll always put that information up again. Tomorrow is Thursday. I'm going to try to film a new video. I'm thinking about maybe doing one on D-aspartic acid or DAA. I know I get a request for that pretty much at least once a week, so I might do a video on that. Haven't really decided yet what type of video I want to do, if it's going to be on that or not, as I got a lot of suggestions I have to run through as well. But that's the video, that's the vlog. I'm headed home, gonna eat some food, gonna have all kinds of gains as I shout out to Twin Muscle Workout as I'm copying their style with the GoPro fisheye camera in the car. But hey, you know what? It's easy to do and it's beneficial, and I hope you appreciate it. Either way, you guys, thanks for watching, and stay big in the car. Why not? Even though this makes my car look huge, it's really not that huge because it's a two-door coupe, but it makes it look a lot bigger. But again, size isn't everything, even though my stay big. We'll talk to you guys soon.